So actually this might work. So we've come off at junction 12, we're travelling down the A5, we're coming past, I know it as Greasy Hills. One's called the Hollies, isn't it? This one here, this truck park here is called the Hollies, but we all know it as Greasy Hills. Yeah, do you remember the bird that used to serve you there used to get a strop on her? Well, I used to go for the entertainment. There was a right old moody cow used to serve you there years and years ago. And then the last couple of, well, it's been here quite a while now. You go a little further on and you'll find the other truck stop on the right hand side. So we're pretty much established. There's the other truck stop there. So we pretty much know where we all are now, aren't we? We're going down the A5 and we're headed towards Cannock. So we can jump quite a bit now, can't we? Come by the island, we're turning towards Cannock, you know what I mean? Where the McDonald's is, and I can't remember the name of that roundabout. But we're off the A5 now and we're headed up in towards Cannock. So I won't bore you with the length of the road. I'm just going to take you to the next junction where we go along here, past the Tesco's, to the roundabout, and then we'll go there next. As we come into Cannock, we don't actually go into Cannock. We skirt round the outside of it, and we do a right here, and we go along here, and then we do another right at the next roundabout, and then we go, you know, where Wicks used to be. Was it Wicks? And then you go down under the railway bridge. Yeah, so we go around here, look. Lovely and quiet. Look at this. Oh, lovely. Not a soul on the road. And then we come down here, look. And then we're back. It's a tip island, isn't it? It's where the landfill is, and it's the orbital, isn't it? Yeah. So this is the tip island on the orbital, isn't it? And of course, full treatment of RAB. Yeah, the old sat nav has said full treatment of RAB. So we've got to go all the way around here. Make sure this is covered. Oh look, we saw a fellow gritter, tractor and trailer. Yeah, that was quite interesting. I don't know where he got his salt from. Maybe it's another boundary, another area. You know, everywhere you have your own patch. You only know where you've sent to do when you don't know anything about anywhere else, do you? So I'm only telling you about my little patch and what I do. So anyway, we go up here and we head up towards Heath Hayes. Is it Heath Hayes? I don't know the names of all the villages that I go through. You'll know, obviously. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. So it'll only be interesting if you want to know where the route is, and you will pick it up, sort of thing. So anyway, we go along here. Let's get through these lights, and we go up past here towards Five Ways. Yeah, we go up here towards Five Ways. We come to this little island, which takes you into the housing estate sort of thing, but the full treatment of RAB, right, full treatment of RAB it is then. So we go round around here and we make sure this is well. So if ever you see a gritter going along round the roundabouts, he's not fooling around. He hasn't got mad cow's disease. He's just following the instructions, gritting where he's meant to grit, do what he's supposed to do, you know. We come to Five Ways. Yeah. I worked in Bleak House in the open cast here. We did the road from here, the two roads, the two bridges that go underneath here. If you were to turn right opposite the cemetery entrance, that's the old coal road that took you down to Pentalver, where Pentalver is now. It's the internal Coal Road past the Sainsbury's. Yeah, but of course, if you know, you know. If you don't know, it's all disappears. So we go over a bridge here. That's where the old underpass was, and then we carry on, take the coal. Well, I made the road that took the coal past the Sainsbury's to the Pentalvan, and I've done a story of that, haven't I? Yeah. So now we're heading into Heath Hayes now. So we follow this. Rather than take you all the way through it, I'll just take you to the end of it. But if you know, you know, and you just follow your nose all the way through to back to the A5 again. Here we are. We're back at the A5. They call this Turf Island, Turf Lodge. The pub on the right hand side here is called Turf Lodge. This is where that road closed is. This is where we have to go and turn round again. I won't bore you with the going right down to the bottom. Well, we'll go down to the bottom, we'll turn around, see the road is closed, but you have to go as far as you can go before you can't go anymore, and turn around and come back. Yeah, and then it's still sort of open because the bridge is away. There's quite a few turn-offs here, and of course there's a 24-hour fuel station just up here, a bunkering place for fuel for the trucks. So if you've got a truck and you need fuel, there is a place there, bunkering. Right, let's go to the end, turn round. Here we are. We can't go any further, or there's no safe place to turn around. We can use this junction to turn around now. There's a bit of a gypsy camp. I'm not sure if there's a house or two up there, but that's as far as we go. And then this is the point where, you know, obviously there's a spinner on the back. You don't want to be trying to get into some stupid gateway and damage it and whatever. So this is the nearest safe place to turn around on this little junction. So we turn around and we head back to the A5. Yeah. So here we are, passing the fuel station, headed back to the A5 to Turf Island, Turf Lodge Island, and we do a right here. So we're back on the A5. We'll visit this A5 a few times. So yeah. Let's turn right here and head up this way. Yeah. So there is a name to this island, but I can't remember what it's called. I think it was the name of a derelict pub that was on the right hand side here, or it might even be the name of the pub that's on the left hand side here. I don't really know. Brown Hills is to our right. Now there is a turning there you can take, but we skip that and we come down here, and this is where we turn ourselves into a little narrow street, one of the places that maybe one day we're going to get stuck. There's not many places that's going to cause us trouble, but we're not going to get out because you're going to be backing out onto a live dual carriageway, so there won't be any way around this if these cars block us, or these vans. And we've had one sort of moment that it was quite tight, but it's been pretty good, to be honest. Whether they've realised gritting season's here, so we better not park both sides of the road next door to each other, I don't know. We're yet to see. But we did get a small near miss here, shall we call it? But anyway, you come along here and you squeeze yourself through the traffic, so thank goodness at least they're half on the pavement. But why you would park opposite each other, half on the pavement, because I'm no bigger than a fire engine. But anyway, so far so good, it's been okay. we've got away with it, shall we say. So we go up here. So now we come down here, and if the sat-nav says full treatment of RAB, well, full treatment of RAB it gets. I don't know what it's going to be like after the gritting season. Am I still going to go round roundabouts like I've got mad cow disease? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, I'll be coming to certain roundabouts in the middle of the hot summer, going round them twice. And you'll be saying, Reggie, what you do that for, you idiot? Oh, look, we're passing the entrance to the sweet shop, to Tone's house, where we get all the better quality vintage stuff from. So we're not dropping in today to pick up some tools, no. Not today, not tonight, Tone. It's just gone midnight. And by the way, we're doing another mad cow session and going round and round the roundabout, making sure everything is covered. Yeah, give the roundabout a good dose of anti-freezing, anti-frosting salts. Yeah, doing a good job. And here we are coming up through the village, or what is sort of the village centre. The co-op is here. You've just got to be careful, just in case there's a nutter in the middle of the night going to ignore the lights, come straight through. You might have green, but you've still got to watch out for someone jumping the lights. Anyway, we go up here and we pop out here. This is a right nasty place to come out of because we're so big and we can't really see. So we go over here and we try and bring our nose out so that we can look out of our window to see if something's coming. There's nothing coming, but the time that you presume there's nothing coming, that's when something will be coming. So especially now coming up towards Christmas, how many drunk drivers, how many drugged drivers will be roaming around, leaving parties, all that sort of thing. So we'll have to be driving nearly as careful as you do in the daytime, because, you know, hopefully in the daytime they aren't so drugged up, and in the daytime they aren't so drunk. But yeah, festive season could be just got to watch out, haven't we? So here we are back at Five Ways Island. We do a right here, head out towards Burntwood, but not quite Burntwood yet. And we'll be using each and every one of these roads, as you'll see later on. We'll come back to this. But how, like I said, how do you make sure you cover every road before you leave an area? It's not easy, is it? But you'll see, we turn and twist and crisscross ourselves, make sure that every road is done on our route. Anyway, let's get to the end here. Come here now. Burntwood is straight on. Now, you will see later on, we come to this roundabout and we come from every direction. Come into it, out of it, go around. And yes, yeah, I'm still suffering from mad cow's disease and going round and round in circles. But my excuse is I've got a gritter on the back and we're making sure that all the road is gritted everywhere. You don't want somebody to come along and come to an island that's not gritted and skid away. Anyway, basically we follow this now all the way back to the A5 again, so I'm not going to bore you with the whole length of it. We'll follow this until we get to the next place where we turn. We go over it. There's a few islands we come to and we go over, and we go past the entrance to the toll road, and I'll take you to the very end there. And again, you see, we come here. That's the one of the entrances to the toll road. Toll road's been a funny thing. It hasn't done Warsaw much good. No, it hasn't done Warsaw. It's just the way it is. We could do with another junction closer to us off on this Litchfield Road, but obviously planning and ground and whatever. Why is that frozen? Yeah. Let's make sure we don't miss any roundabouts out. And I'm sure these people seeing me go round roundabouts are thinking, what's that idiot doing? So here's an interesting one. As always, in any of these situations, it's very easy to say, but it's not very easy to actually do. So what we do here is, right, let's make sure this roundabout's done. Yeah. So that's done. So we've got plenty of grit on this roundabout. So now how do we make sure this next junction is covered? So we go up here, and again it's the A5 that's ahead of us, and just remember this little stretch here and that roundabout that we've just done. So we go up here, and of course it gets wider. You can't be everywhere, can you? You can't stretch all over 4 lanes. So how do you make sure all this junction is well and truly looked after? So we're going to go here, and we're going to do a left. Yeah. So let's do a left here. And head down the A5. So we go down the A5 a little bit to the next roundabout, or the next available roundabout, you could say. Next place to turn around. And we go around this roundabout, and then we head back towards the junction that we want to make sure that we've been everywhere, done everything. So we're going to go up here, and we're going to turn right back to the way we came. So let's just do that. Come up here and turn right. Run you forward a bit. Not the quickest of things, this computer. There we are. Where were we? Yeah. Let's come forward a smidge. There. So let's come back to this junction, which is what we're concentrating on. So we're going to do a right here, and we're going to go down this bit. Right. Let's grit to this bit. And then we're going to go down to that roundabout, and we're going to turn around, and we're going to come back up. Yeah. So let's go down to this roundabout. Make sure everything's nice and gritted. Let's do a U-turn on this roundabout. Whoops. Yeah. Turn around at this roundabout here. So we've already been here and we've already gritted, so we can check that it's throwing out grit, you know what I mean? You can check that you can, everything's working behind. So now we're going to go back up to that, back up to the A5, but this time we're going to turn right. And of course that's this side of the road and this side of the junction, because it's a bit of an uphill thing. So you can't really miss it out, can you? So we were doing left and we've done the left side. Now we're going right, and we're doing the right side. So this junction is well and truly covered, well and truly gritted. Yeah. And then we're not finished yet. No, we're not finished. So now we go up here and there's a little cut through where you can turn around. So we keep in this lane, and there's a little gap in the grass, little entrance that we can do a U-turn on. And of course it's nice and in the middle of the night, you know, the A5 is very busy all the time, but there's nice gaps in between. So we line ourselves up and we throw it round and we spin it round and we head back to the junction, because that's what we're doing. Yeah, we're making sure there's grit everywhere, everything's done, you know. So off we go, and we're going to come down here and we're going to do a left turn back to where we came from. And I had a bit of a, once you know what you're doing and once you realize what you're doing, it comes easier. But I'm first, when I first did this, my mind was boggled. So obviously we haven't done this bit, have we? So we've got to do this bit, grit this bit. Forget it, it's in the middle of the night, there's no one around, keep going. Yeah, we'll be all right. Right, now we've got to do this bit. Yeah, and then we haven't even left the area yet. We're going to go back up the other side, back towards the back. It's quite a big wide road we're going now. We're going to go back the way we came, and we're going to go this way, back towards the toll road. Yeah, as you can see, it's a big wide road. We've done the other way coming, but we have to do this side now, don't we? So both sides of that nice big wide road is well covered, and we go here and then we turn around and we go back the way. We do a lot of turning around and going back the way we came, or we do a lot of making sure everywhere is covered. Yeah, so now we head back that way now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so now we've been here, we've done this patch or this little bit, so now we can move on to the next little bit, as you might say. We can come back here, we can do a left. We've done all that A5 junction all around there, so now we can move on and head towards the next little village centre. So we follow this road now, and then we go straight on. And again, we go straight on here, but we do that road to the right, and we come from that to the left, but that'll be a little later on. So, and it's all part of how the route works. You're going back to where you've been because you're coming at it from another way. It's clever, really. Yeah, it is. It's really quite clever. But we'll come out to that entrance twice on this run already, and we'll be turning left up here later on. But for now, we're going to go along here. We're going to come to an island, and we're going to do a right. So we come along there, and then we do a right here. This time we're visiting this island. We visit lots of islands, lots at the same time. So let's go down this bit. Then we're coming towards And again, we'll use this. I remember this Christmas tree on this island. We must come through this junction 5 or 6 times at least. But this time we're entering from here and we are exiting down this way. Yeah. So let's go down here. And again, it's the same. We come down this road twice. We go by these lights here, back round by the pub. That's on our secondary. This is our primary route. So this is the first time we come down around here, but we'll be coming down here again on our secondary route. So remember this. Remember this little turning here. There's a pub behind there. We'll be going that way next time, but that's on our secondary route. We're at the moment doing our primary route. So we come here at these set of lights. Remember, we saw a bit of police action here, didn't we? Yeah. And it's nice and clear, but you just never know who's hiding around the corner, who's ignoring the red lights around the corner. So you just gotta have a good look, make sure, and then we do a left. So we do a left here, but just remember this little monument here, because we come here again. We visit here again from another direction. So here we go. We're just going to go up here and then we're going to do another left in a minute. Call this the speed bump road. Oh, speed bump, speed bump, speed bump, speed bump. Somebody did give me the number, 100 and whatever, 160 odd speed bumps on this route. Yeah. So it's not a case of you can get your foot down and get going. It's speed bump after speed bump after speed bump after speed bump. Yeah. But at least there's nothing coming the other way, so you can work your way around them. And we do a left turn here, which then we came, didn't we? And we turned left. We came to this island, we did a left, then we did a left, and then we did a left again, didn't we? And lo and behold, we're back here at that island with a nice Christmas tree on. But this time we've arrived in the area, we've done our bit. We're going to do a right up here. And you see, wrong side of the road. If someone comes flying around the corner this time of night, you've just got to be, I'm only interested in keeping me safe. Let the idiots do what they want to do. You've just, if somebody hits you, is it their fault for hitting you, or is it your fault for being in the wrong place and getting hit by them? Depends on which way you look at it, isn't it? Keeping yourself safe. So this is quite a good long stretch. So we're going to go all the way to the end here now, straight on. Let me show you this. That was interesting. Look, there was a caravan in the drive, so don't decorate the house, decorate the caravan. That was normal. That was interesting. That was nice. All the lights are good, no matter what you do. All the Christmas lights are good. We are. This is another thing we've popped out here. Top about, we'll be coming back to this island, but basically now we go all the way to the end of this road, doing the roundabouts, and then turn round and come back again. Yeah, but we'll be doing another diversion, sort of, whatever you want to call it. So past the is it a Morrison's or an Aldi or a Lidl or something, past the shops there, look. So go all the way down here to the do they call it the Burntwood bypass, is it? Anyway, all the way down here and all the way back up again. Yeah, look, we followed that road to the very end. We've come to the roundabout and we're turning back again. So we're heading back up to the way we came, and we will be visiting this next roundabout again from another direction. But you also have to watch out for nutters. Here I am doing my thing, right? Obviously somebody's either late for work, starting late, or somebody's finished his shift and he's only interested in going home, but they still decide to drive like crackpots in a 30 zone. I'm guessing this is a 30 zone. I don't really know. Can we see? But they come out of nowhere. Because I'm going along gritting. You've still got to watch your mirrors for these speeders to come around you and on their merry way. Just keep out their way. Let them do whatever they want to do. But those are the sort of people that speed through the middle of the village in the middle of the night. They come a cropper. It's okay speeding, but with the benefit of grit on the ground. Those are the sort of idiots that'll spin off when it gets really cold and slippery. And we come up here and we do a right. We haven't left the area yet. We do a right. Do we do a right here? I think we do. Yeah. We do a right here, and then we go all the way down to go through the village, another little village centre, and go down the bottom there. So next time we visit here, I think it's tonight actually. Yeah, there's a lighting. They switch on the lights to this little centre here. Can you see them up? They're already there. Look, can you see them? They're not switched on, but they've got some fantastic decorations, almost like Blackpool illuminations. So this is going to look fantastic next time we go down here, if they're on in the middle of the night. I don't know whether they'll leave them on, but you see them on the lampposts. So all the lampposts have got decorations on them, and this road's going to be closed to us on Friday night because there's a switch on ceremony coming. So that should be should look spectacular in the next few days when we get back to the place. Remember, we visit this island again. Yeah. And then we go to this one. Yeah, this is where the Christmas tree and the big deer is. Can you see him? Not quite. Hold on. There's a hole in there. Do you see the right hand side here? See up there? The big lit up deer. Yeah. And then we do a left here, and then you'll be surprised where it brings us back to. Let's get down to the end of there. Get down there, look. And we turn here. Now remember I told you we pop out of there on the left. Well, here we are, popping out on the road we travelled just a wee while ago. We were travelling from the right, going to the left. And we'll pop out here, and we've not even finished with this bit yet, but we've already been up here, but we were going the other direction. So now we're just basically using it as a... Remember we did the A5, didn't we? This is just at the bottom where we did that T-piece, shall we call it. And we're just using it to turn around and make sure that bit of the road is done. So now we're coming this way. Last time we did a right, didn't we? Yeah. So back up there again. Alright, back up here. So here we are. We're coming back. And we're going to do a right here. Yeah. We're going to cheat. We don't get one of them big blobs. We come through here again. We haven't finished with this place yet. Another speed bump, look. And then we're going to go back up through here. And we haven't finished here yet. We will be coming here again from another direction. And here we go. We're going to go up here, back towards Burntwood, yeah, which is a good long straight bit. So we're arriving back by the Morrison's, Aldi, Lidl, whatever it is. So we're back up here now, aren't we? Oh, I missed you a bit out, hold on. There we are. We arrive at the back of the top of that road and we do a right, because we've been down towards the left. We've done down and around there, haven't we? So we go up here and then we turn into Burntwood High Street. But as soon as you've turned left, you've got to turn right. So here we go up here. And again, we've not finished with this Burntwood area yet. So we go up here towards the town centre and we do a right. And this road that's straight ahead of us, we don't ignore it. We will be coming back and we will be doing all of it and all its little turn-offs. And you'll see that in a minute. But now we're going to go a right here, and there's a good long stretch now. Follow this all the way to the top, basically all the way to Gentle Shore. So this is the top loop. We will be going in and out that road later, but we've come all the way to the top here. And this is where we do again, round the houses. We just go up here, look, and we do a right. And it's great because there's nothing on the road. But once you take that for granted, and somebody else takes it for granted coming the other way as well, that's when you get trouble. So still always come to a stop, make sure there's nothing coming, because it could be somebody speeding on his way back home, ended a shift, tired, done a full shift, and he's on his way home, doesn't watch for you. But luckily I've got big yellow, I'm big yellow thing, and I've got orange lights up. We passed this a few times as well. And then we go here. We do a lot of looping around, you know, go up, turn around, come back, go up, turn around, or loop your way around, you know, and come back. So we go up here. You're forever turning the wheel. You don't really get any time to sort of arm out the window, do a truck of Tim, you know. So as soon as you've turned one way, it's time to turn another way. It's just the nature of the beast, nature of what we do. And let's go along here. Make sure these tax paying, rate paying, I don't know who pays for the gritting. I guess it comes out the rates, I suppose. It's council money, isn't it? So I guess we must be serving rate payers. This comes out your rates, you know, you got a street light and you get a bin bag or a bin collection, What else do you get? Well, you get the end of your road gritted. Yeah. So, so that's where all your council tax goes. And then we go down here, look, past these houses. But isn't it, if you just look at all these people are paying council tax, the rates, the money that the government are having off us. How much tax is the government getting off us? That we are working people, as common people, are just a bunch of cash cows. They are raping us of our money as fast as they can. All these households are earning an income. All these households are paying tax. All these households are, got bills to pay for them, and the government takes their little bit out of each one, or takes their not so little bit out of all of them. Well, we the people are being absolutely and completely done over by the tax system. Yeah, they're sucking us dry, aren't they? Let's get through this little gap here. It's not too bad. But if they forget to go on the pavement one night, that'll be me there stuck. And it's 1 o'clock in the morning, look. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. So they won't really appreciate me going, beep, 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 come on, move your car, you idiot. You blocked me. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be an experience we're going to have to... Because you can't exactly back out of some of these places. You've got to get past. And they can't block the road, can they? Come on. Let's go down here then. Let's head down here. And again, this is a loop upon a loop to go round. So basically, we're going to go up here, we're going to go past the school, we're going to do a right, we're going to down a little road and go back into Burntwood. Yeah, basically. We'll pop out the end of that road, do a right. There's a school here. Make sure we go past all the schools and all the places of work and all the places where people want to go. And then we go down here. And we do that other road, but that's our secondary route. And then we come down here to the pub and then head back down the road again. Basically, where the pub is, we've just gone up there. We do a left here and back to the centre of Burntwood. Yeah, back to the centre of Burntwood. Here was something interesting. I put the volume up. Just hear him. Somebody shouts something. This person on the right, listen. What was that all about? What the hell? Did he throw something at me? He definitely picked something up. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. What's this person here? Look, see this person here? Is he about to throw something, or is that a gesture? What is that? What is that? Hold on, there we are, look. There. Bending over, picking up something. More like a stub of but watch it, he stepped forward, look. Stepping towards the curb. Stepping towards the curb. What's his right hand doing? Did he... What is that all about? Anyway, let's crack on. Let's zoom in. There's the person there, look. It's a great thing. Look, pick something up. He's away from the curb. Steps, goes to begin to step towards the curb. Look. What the hell is that all about? Takes another step towards the curb. Was he throwing something? He's here, look, he's got a mask on. Is he up to no good? 1 o'clock in the morning. What the hell is that all about? Anyway, let's carry on. So here we are. We're back to Burntwood. You do see taxis moving around. We do a right in Burntwood. Let me go through the high street, would you call it? And we go along here, look. And we basically go this way all the way to the very end. All the way to the very end, and then come back again. Yeah, we'll be going up and down this road again 3 or 4 times, just making sure everywhere's covered. So let's get to the end of here. So here we are now then, basically at the end of that road. I don't think this is a full treatment of RAM. Oh yeah, must be. No, this is the very end roundabout. Yeah, we've got to go round and come back. And then go back up that road again. Yeah, you do a lot of this, you know. Going and turning round and coming back on yourself, just to make sure all the roads are covered. Make sure we don't miss any particular bits. I don't know how they determine what road gets done, what road doesn't. You're probably watching this film going, hold on a minute, why don't you come down my road? I don't know, don't ask me, you better ask the council or whoever organises it or how it does it, you know. I just do the ones that's on our route. So I don't know how they determine what's a main road or a B road or a most used road or I don't know. But we've just come all the way down here, so we've gone down there, we've turned around, and we're going up again, and we will be back here again. But the reason we're coming back here is we're not quite going all the way to Burntwood village centre. We do a left up here. So here we go. Hold on. By this, yeah. See, it's push bike. He came to a stop. Let's have a look at that. I think he was a Deliveroo. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. He was on a push bike. He saw me coming. He went on the pavement there, look. Can you see him? And then he stayed still. I don't know whether he thought I was going to run him over or what, or whether it was a surprise, or I don't know. Let's go back a bit. Here we are, I'm coming along. I see him. I thought he was a bike at first. He's a push bike. Look, he comes off the road. He goes on the pavement and he stops dead. But he didn't know that I was going this way. Isn't it? You just don't know. Let's put you there, right? Let's carry on. There we are. This is where we came. Let's do that again. Right. We came along back up towards Burntwood High Street, but we turned left here. And I don't know what he was doing, but I did see him. Did we frighten him? Did he go, oh my God, what the hell is that coming toward me? Is that the aliens landing or something? I don't know. I know, I'm just doing my thing. Right. So, again, squeezing through traffic. This wasn't too bad, to be honest with you. No, it's not too bad. And where has he been at 1:30 in the morning? What's he doing? Speed bumps. Oh, speed bumps, speed bumps, speed bumps, yeah. And we go quite a way up here, I think, yeah. I think this is when we start going turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right. So let's make our way up here, dodging the speed bumps and keeping away from the cars. Yeah, and this is that house with all the traffic, with the trimmings on. I knew it was there because we pass that again, don't we? We come down here and we do what's right there, which is left for us. But we go up here and we do a right. What's it called? Prospect Village or something, I think. Yeah. So we'll be here again. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is full treatment of RAB. Yeah, I was beginning to get a bit dizzy then. Yeah, full treatment of RAB. And let's crack on into the green bit between here and the next village. So we follow this for quite a bit, a kilometre or two. When I say quite a bit, I'm not saying hundreds of miles, I'm saying maybe hundreds of feet, 2 or 3 kilometres, say. And then we come down here, and there's big pipes here, you know. There's some big, I don't know if you see them. Yeah, there's some big green water pipes of some sort here. See it? It just comes to the surface and then goes back down again. I don't really know what it's all about. That might be interesting to find out why that 1 foot or 2 foot, whatever pipe it is, comes out the ground and then goes back in again, disappears. What's that all about? I don't know. We do a left here, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a big pipe comes out the ground and goes back in again. It's just on the edge there. It's a bigger pipe. And as we turn, look, just see it. You can just about see the shadow of it there. It's quite a big, it must be 2 or 3 foot big, this pipe here. And then it goes back down into the ground. What it is, what it does, is it an oil pipe? Is it a gas pipe? Is it I don't know. What is that pipe there? And then it goes back in the ground and disappears. And that's all you see of it. Yeah. So that might be something interesting to go and find out, or maybe in the comments you know where I am and you know what that pipe is. And of course this road on the right has been shut for quite some time, but it's now opened, so we will be popping out of there later on. But meantime, this is quite a long stretch now. Again, we get into the twisting rounds and abouts. So we go down here. We will be back here again. Yeah, we will be back here, coming through this junction again. So let's head down here past this. There's a fantastic American motorhome thing just round the corner. I think it's here. More speed bumps. Ba-boom, ba-boom. They drive you mad. Here we are. More speed bumps. Let's go around here. There's a bit of a narrowing here. Another speed bump. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Yeah. They call this the speeder bump run. It's funny, you'd probably do the same route and look at different landmarks. If you're into buildings, you'd watch buildings. If you're into pubs, you'd watch pubs. If you're into cars, you'd look at certain cars and think, oh yeah, I know where we are. So we come down through here, look. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Speed bumps, speed bumps. We go along here, look. More speed bumps. Ba-boom, ba-boom. We will be this road on our right now. We will be going up it and we will be going down it, but that's on the secondary route. What I wanted to show you here we are, and you think it's a nice clear road, and all of a sudden, oh, a speed bump pops up. So you can't even, as soon as you get a bit of pace on, start going up the box. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Another one. There's an American trailer type thing here. So we know we're still on the right track. Where is it? Where is it? There it is, sticking out there, look. That's sort of a landmark. Oh yeah, I know where we are now. Yeah, we're on the right track. We're doing what we've got to be doing. Then here, I think we do a right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we do a right here, but we will be coming this way again on our secondary route. So we go up here and we go over to the garage where that little road is. And on this first visit, the little road would turn right here and come around the back of the garage, but not on the primary. The primary doesn't go that way. This is route number 1. So here we just look at these two cars speeding in the middle of the night. Yeah. Obviously two friends on the way home, two friends doing something, I'm guessing, or had a bit of a race over the chase or something. Those are the ones you've got to watch out for. Those are the ones you're going to get tangled up with. But as you see, the roads are pretty empty. And they get even more empty because it's still only a 1:15. We haven't finished our first route yet, our primary route. And then we come out here, nice and wide. It's another full treatment of rab. Yeah, you don't even get time to have a drink. You don't have time to hold a sandwich and drive along, you know what I mean? It's full on all the time. And this is the better half. The primary is the better one. The secondary, wow, that's really, really busy. What do you do at traffic lights in the middle of the bloody night? You want to crack on, don't you? Do you ignore them? Do you carry on? This thing goes round the roundabout the wrong way. How long shall we wait? There's nobody there. It's 1:15 in the morning. We've got a green light. So we can go, but we've got to watch out for cheaters coming the other way. Yeah, we've got to watch out for somebody deciding to jump the lights and then cause you loads of aggro. But we got through these lights no problem. And we didn't find anybody sort of ignoring the lights in the middle of the night. Now here we can look to our left and see what that road's like. We'll be coming here later. So we can look to our left, and that's another one of them tight spaces. But anyway, we go all the way down here, and lo and behold, this takes us back to Five Ways Island. So let's go back to Five Ways Island. I don't know what was going on here. There was men working in the middle of the night in the high street. I guess it's the only time they can get anything done, because this is quite a busy place in the daytime. This would cause absolute havoc if you do this in the daytime up here. It's a really busy little road, and look where we are. We're not gone far. We're back at Five Ways Island. Do you remember? This is where we first sort of started our journey, but we're back at this same island. We came that way, we went down there, and we came back up this way and went down there. So now we're coming out of here and we're doing in there. So we're not actually going very far. It's odd how it all connects together, and you know, you have to do it 3 or 4 or 5 times before it sort of, you figure it out in your head. So let's go to the end of here now then. Oh great, nice straight bit. It don't work that way. Boom boom, here we go. Speed bumps. Boom boom. Any sort of straight bit you get that you can almost sort of begin to put your foot down, relax. Boom boom. So if you're not going over them, you're dodging around them, aren't you? And great, because and you can get around quite quick because you're not giving way to traffic. There's nobody coming the other way. It is really quite pleasant. Boom boom, yeah. It's really quite pleasant, but these speed bumps, oh, they begin to get under your skin. Yeah. So I think on our primary, this is our last treatment of RAB. Yeah, last full treatment of RAB on this particular route, which is the primary route. Yeah, and we've got a secondary to do yet, but we've still got a bit to do. But yeah, and look where this is going to bring us out. Oh yeah, there's a, what was that? Used to be TNT, wasn't it? Used to be there, something like that. And this brings us, we've just come through this. Remember me telling you we'll come back out here. So we've made ourselves a funny sort of loop all the way around again, and we've come back to this that we came through. And we're going to be passing that American caravan thing again. No, boom boom. Boom boom. But we won't be going to the end of this. We'll be turning off. We've been along here before, haven't we? But remember me tell you, we go up here. And we'll be going up here again. I think we go up this hill 3 or 4 times. Well, we come down it next time. Next time we'll be on this hill. We'll be coming down it. But this is our first time to visit this hill, so we'll give it a bit extra to give ourselves a bit of grip on the way down next time. Yeah. So it's quite a little slippery hill. And then of course, when we go left to right, we come across here next time. But this time we go across the top of here, which again, this is quite a steep little hill. This is going to be, if it's get icy and slippery, this hill's going to be quite a concern. Quite a concern, because you've got nowhere to slide. You'll be sliding downhill on the ice into a crossroads, which is quite a busy road. So, are we going to come to a stop here? Right then, where were we? Oh yeah, we were here, weren't we? We do it right. What's this? Is this Hensford? So we do it right now. Watch, we sort of go around the block here. You may as well stop with me, will you? We go here and then we do a left here, look. I don't know how long this film's going to be. We're nearly near the end. I don't know till I put it all together. But we do a left here, look. And then we go to the top of the road there. Hold on. Yeah, this doesn't take long. We just go around here. You're constantly steering, constantly turning the wheel. And we go up here. And again, this is one of those, you do a circle, you know, and then you come back round again on yourself. So this is where we go down here because we want to do the high street or the main street of the village. Down here, look. And we've done this little circle. Oh, this is going to go back a bit. This, when we catch it lit up, is going to be really nice. This area here, you can see there's lots of decorations, but it's not switched on because look, it's 1:30 in the morning. Who would see it at 1:30 in the morning? So I say this is going to be well lit up and looking spectacular. So we come down this little street. You wouldn't think there's a 24-hour shop here. It's crazy. A little random 24-hour shop. Is it? Yeah, it's that one, I think it is, yeah. Bob's shop, 24 hours. Little convenience newsagent type sort of shop. It's one of them, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you'd never see it. So remember, we came down that hill to this set of lights and we did a right. So we've gone round the corner. We're back here again. And we're back at the same set of lights and we're going to do a left. Yeah, so we're going to do a left here, look. And we go around here and then again we go round on ourselves. We're going to do a left again here. Follow ourselves round again. Yeah. And then lo and behold, as before, we went left. We do a right here. We go over the railway track. And then we go straight on up the hill. Yeah, so we give this a bit of extra juice going up this hill. Because I can see in the back how much salt we've got. I can see if we've got plenty or, you know, it hasn't gone down as much as I thought. Or so towards the end, if I come across any sort of a hill, I'll just give it plenty because we're not likely to run out. Because that'll be the thing, you've got to keep an eye on it. You don't want to run out of stuff. You don't want to be splurging it out too soon because you don't know when it's going to come to an end. So I've looked at the camera in the back. I can see in the back how much is there. Oh, there's plenty. So, yeah. So we do this and we get to the top. Then we come down here and basically we turn down here and we run to the end. You can see the car windscreens. It's quite chilly up here now, isn't it? Yeah. So we come to this roundabout and we do a left. Then there's a nice straight bit here. So we go down here. It was a bit odd. It was a bit of, I don't know if fog or it's just, I don't know where that came from. But we haven't done foggy conditions yet, have we? It was just that little patch that was there this particular night. So we go down here, we go to the roundabout, and then we come back again. We do that bit, yeah. And then we come back up. So I don't know what that bit that was going across, was that a car starting and just a cloud of smoke, or was it a heater system that piled the load out? Who knows? But yeah, we go up here then and come back up. So we've just come out from the right, gone down there, turned around, and then we're headed this way now. So we're nearly at the end of our run. Now it's a case of getting from here back to the depot. Yeah. So we come up here, look. We come here to the end and we go straight across at the end of the road here. And then it's just a case of cut through the chase and make our way back to the depot. Is this the one? Oh no, is the one more full treatment of rab? Let's have a look. Oh, this has got to be the last full treatment of the rab of the evening. Yeah, so we've got to give that a full treatment. And then we go up through here. Pop out here. In icy conditions, junction coming from behind you on quite a steep hill, that's going to be quite interesting, because remember the gritting is behind us, so it won't be actually gritted for us, it will only be gritted for anyone that comes behind us. So that's going to be interesting, because we're quite high up here now, quite in the chase, not far from the green stuff. The houses are soon going to be running out. Then we go straight over here, look. And straight over here. Now we're into deer country now. This is getting up onto the chase. This is where the big is it a communication tower? On our right hand side we would see, and let's just go back a bit, go back a little bit, come back slightly, yeah. This is where the signs say, oh, nope, beware of deers, not beware of bikes, not beware of sharp bends. This is, we're entering the chase itself. Don't know if you can see that shape of a deer. Yeah. Down here, and we do a left here. This road has been gritted, so this is part of somebody else's route. But again, I don't know how heavily it gets used, and this is going to be interesting when the real deep snow, if we get real deep snow. I don't know what this is going to be like. Will we get problems ourselves trying to get back to the depot, do you think? Once we've finished our route. But now this, I'm not gritting, I'm just journeying back to the depot now. And this is the main road from, I'm guessing it's from Stafford to Cannock. But we just cross over the top of it. Yeah, we go straight across and down this way, making our way into Penkeridge. Yeah, we'll pop out in Penkeridge in a minute. So we go down here, we get to the end of that road, and now it's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. That's our first tub, our first thing, our first load done. So we're going back to reload now. So that's our primary route. And I think this is where we go back over the motorway now. We set off from junction 12, didn't we? And I think this is where we go. We can see over the motorway, see what the motorway is doing. Yeah, this is us crossing over the M6. Yeah, this is us crossing over the M6 now. So we get to see what the weather, how busy or not busy the motorway is. And then we do a right, no, a left here, and follow this around. And then we pop out in Penkeridge, and we do a left here. And basically, this is us now going back to Gailey Island, back to the yard to go and get another load. So that's the primary route. The secondary is a lot more twisty and turny and little roads. Let's see how long this is. It might be two films. Distraction. Debbie's been shopping, and she's bought a little snowman for the window. That's better. That's brightened up that window now, and that's looking fantastic now, Deb.
Like it?
Yeah. A little yeah.
Oh, he's great.
He looks great, yeah. Little snowman for the window.
It's the gritty snowman.
Why?
Because it's your gritter.
Because you said you wouldn't ordinarily spend that money, but you said, I'm just going to have to do a couple of more hours on the gritty now, aren't I, to pay for it?
Yeah.
What a cow. One of them never-ending, reflecting, you know, the ones that look, they look like they're really deep, but they're not. It's only a thin piece, but one of them ones that they look look it's clever, isn't it, what they can do. It looks really deep, but it's actually really thin, quite thin. Yeah. Quite like him there in the window.